Sorry for the bad English and punctuation. I'm not a native English speaker. For some context, I, 15F, have an older brother, 25M. I'll call him B for the sake of privacy. B, my other brother Mel, and I have a somewhat close relationship. We bond over the fact that we all grew up in different environments. Our mom was in an abusive relationship when they were growing up, and she was still dealing with the after effects of it when I was growing up, so we use our sibling time to vent about problems we have at home, school, or work. B had gotten Mel a job at his work site, so they would come home together after work. Since I sometimes have work-at-home days, we often sit in our backyard and have a heartfelt talk. B tells us how his fiancée is always claiming he's cheating and is always getting upset over small things. For example, she left to get together because she was upset when my brother told her he couldn't get their daughter her water as he had mud on his hands and was a little busy. She left without telling anybody where she was going and took my niece with her. Now on to the main issue. My quinceañera was coming up. A quinceañera is a party to celebrate girls' 15th birthday and coming of age/womanhood. Everyone was excited, and in case you didn't know, people sometimes offer to pitch in and be the madrina/padrino of certain things. B's fiancé, M, said that they would buy me my Ultima Muñeca, last doll, and that my niece would give it to me the day of my 15th. She had sent an option between a traditional doll or a teddy bear, which is popular these days. I had chosen the bear despite wanting a doll because it was cuter, and I had changed my mind. My choreographer also made a little choreography for the Ultima Muñeca, which involved me handing over the doll to my sisters, signaling my growing up. Fast forward to the day of my 15th, and the time for the doll dance comes, but instead of the bear, I met with the doll we had used for practice, a normal toy doll with a dress the color of my theme. I was confused because not only was it the wrong doll, my niece wasn't the one giving it to me, it was Mel, my other brother. I couldn't just stop in the middle of the dance as the music was playing, and we were on limited time, so I continued the dance. The dance ends and the night continues, and I don't question anything as I'm focused on enjoying myself. A little later towards the end of the night, my choreographer goes up to me and asks me if I saw the bear that they got me, and I replied with no, as I hadn't seen any of them or the bear. He said that they threw it onto a random table and left, and he brought the bear to me, which I put into a safe place so it wouldn't get dirty or ruined. Anyways, the next day my mom is woken up to a long text my M's saying how we disrespected her and her daughter by embarrassing them like that, and they had spent so much money on the bear. She said she was hurt, and that the only thing left was for us to do was to throw it in their face and spit on it. She said she didn't need any apologies or explanations, and that she wouldn't be associating herself with us anymore. I was hurt because in no way did they ever ask me anything, and she was blaming me in her message. I was more hurt in the fact that my B never contacted us after that. I was thinking about paying them back since I had the money to do so, but my parents said to just respect their choice and not talk to them. But because B would visit often, my younger sisters began asking me if I knew when he was going to come over, and I simply told them that he chose his family and we would most likely not see him again. They began asking my parents questions, and Mel told me I was messed up for telling them that, and I should have stayed quiet or ignored them. My parents and Mel are mad at me, so AITA?